What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, fantastic afternoon, fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the HASAN broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is... I guess it's not very sunny. This is part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news about what's going on in the world of Hassan Piker in between the time period where I press the stop streaming button and press the start streaming button. So help me God, that's precisely what I'm gonna do. That's precisely what I am going to do. By the way, this is so funny. HALIBAN artillery is guided by Allah is so funny because I saw this last night or whenever this was posted. And first of all, shouts out to the HALIBAN. He struck again. I mean, a lot of people talk about Hamas being a dangerous terror group, but honestly, I think the HALIBAN is probably the most dangerous terrorist group in the United States of America, actually. First, 9/11. Then, Oklahoma City bombing. What won't this guy do? It's actually messed up. But I do find this line to be particularly funny, because HALIBAN artillery is guided by Allah is a merger of two different statements, okay? One is a Muslim group, the Taliban. The other is a group that genocided Muslims, which is, of course, the Serbian artillery is guided by God. So... It's kind of funny and weird and interesting to see the merger of nationalist movements and ultra-nationalist movements that are on the opposing sides, I would say, but being merged in this way to talk about Tyrese Halliburton. So anyway, yeah, Jesus was a Romanian and God is Serbian. Yeah. All right. So what was I going to say? Yesterday, we had a banger sesh. We had a banger broadcast. Crazy things took place. Elon Musk drama with Donald Trump. The girlies were fighting. We were enjoying ourselves. And then we had Feroze on, who was probably one of my favorite guests. I feel like I say that all the time. Anytime I have a new guest, I'm like, yo, this was my favorite guest. And I feel like if I was a guest on the HASAN broadcast and I heard that, I'd be like, damn, bro, what the hell? Like, I thought we had something. You said that about me. But goddamn, was he so sick. He was remarkable on camera. Like, he had an incredible camera presence, on-camera presence that I was not expecting from a dude who is a doctor. I was not expecting him to be that knowledgeable on the intricacies. Usually, like, when I have a conversation with people, especially about, like, even people that have, like, lived in Gaza, even if Palestinians that have lived in Gaza, my expectation is rarely ever to, like, have a full assessment of the history. And I think he was a unique guest because not only had he been there, I didn't expect the doctor to be knowledgeable, Piker. No, dude, a doctor is knowledgeable in doctor shit. And if you noticed, he even talked about how one of the doctors that he went there with had no fucking clue about Palestinian existence at all. You don't expect people who are kind people, who are doing the right thing, who want to save people's lives, to also be knowledgeable on 77 years of colonial history. Especially with the like anti-imperialist framework. I'm just saying that was not my expectation at all, but he was immensely knowledgeable beyond his obvious area of expertise. And I think it's because he's also done editing for Norman Finkelstein, which he brought up at a certain point, if you noticed. And I think that's what this is. Like, that's what he is. Just like, he is a doctor and a scholar. And fantastic. No offense, but that's an L take, especially when talking about someone who'd been in it himself. No, that's not an L take. You live in the United States of America. Do you think that the average person who lives in the United States of America has a deep understanding of the settler colonial violence that the United States of America is engaged in? No, regardless of how fucking educated they might be. Do you think like the average American doctor knows about the fucking history of colonial violence? No. What are you talking about? So the expectation from me is never that this person, any person that I have on, is going to be knowledgeable about another country's settler colonial violence. Y'all, I think, take a lot of what I have to say for granted. That's what I'm learning. I would expect an average Doctors Without Borders guided to do, but I might be off. Doesn't matter. He was awesome. Yeah, he was. I think the reason why I'm pointing to this is because, not to dunk on doctors, the reason why I'm pointing to this is to say how remarkable of a person he is and how impressive of a person he is beyond the immediate impressive nature of his acts. the fact that he put his life on the line to go save the lives of Palestinians that are being ethnically cleansed by the Israeli state. But even outside of that, the very fact that he was also incredibly knowledgeable and a fantastic communicator. I mean, holy shit. What a guy. That was definitely a unique experience for me. Maybe some gaming too. You should try to interview Rima Hassan after her trip to Gaza. If one more person asked me to interview Rima Hassan that doesn't direct the questions to Rima Hassan herself, I'm going to lose it. Because I have already told you guys, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to get in contact with Greta. I'm trying to get in contact with Rima. There's nothing I can do. Do you think I don't want to get in contact with them? Do you think I don't want to interview them? That would be a great interview to do. I would love to do that. I'm trying. I promise I'm trying. I think a lot of you have this false assertion that I can just like reach anyone I want at any point I want. And it's just simply a matter of me refusing to talk to them. Like I'm just personally saying, I don't care. Like, I don't feel like I should. Cutie also has this opinion. I don't know where it comes from, but like, she thinks I can just like have any celebrity, no matter what level of clout they're at. I can just like have any celebrity I want come on the fucking Fearam podcast, and I'm just refusing to do it. Like, I could have Bad Bunny on tomorrow, and I'm just like, why would I do that? Type shit. Like I could have Taylor Swift on, but I'm just refusing to have Taylor Swift on for some weird reason. And that's not the case, my friends. That's not the case. She's a friend of Mélenchon. She must know you. Kojima? No, Kojima doesn't fuck with me, chat. He does not fuck with me, okay? He does not. Remember, we were invited to the fucking Kojima studios and then disinvited. So obviously, they are not exactly interested. Japanese companies especially are very, very scared of politics in general, or any kind of politics at all, which is crazy because like Kojima is Mr. Politics. Japan is one of the most sympathetic countries to Palestine too. Statistically, it sucks. Yes, but Japanese companies are fucking insane. Think about Nintendo. Think about all the Japanese video game developers. It doesn't even matter if their output, like Kojima's output is the most anti-imperialist, video game, like one of the most anti-imperialist video games I've ever played. It played a formative role in my politics, I would say. But when it comes to like marketing or when it comes to brand associations, they literally will be like, they will make a video game that like nukes the United States of America or something. But in terms of like marketing that video game, they will go and like exclusively work with people that have never even touched politics remotely. Dude called out 9/11 before it ever happened. But in terms of like marketing or brand associations, they will be so straightforward. It's crazy. Like, it's just what it is. I know this from my own personal experience with like Bandai Namco and like From Software. Like, it's really funny where Western developers don't give a fuck. A lot of Western developers are like, they don't care. They obviously share a lot of my political convictions as well, like the devs themselves, and they don't have any issue. Like, they'll work with me, they'll work with Asmongold, you know what I mean? They don't give a fuck. Japanese developers, on the other hand, they're like, oh, if I even smell a little bit of controversy, I feel like even Ludwig would be considered controversial for Japanese devs. You know what I mean? Or like Moist Critical would be considered controversial for Japanese devs. Like, that's squeaks. So that's the type of craziness over there where they're just like, oh, you have an opinion. You've made an opinion known on the internet. Well, sorry, can't work with you guys. It's similar to like Disney almost, where even Disney would be more open-minded. Moist had a PlayStation deal fall through because he released a saucy music video. Yeah, this is some inside baseball for you guys. For those of you who don't know, it is what it is. Charlie, Moist lost the Sony sponsorship, was blacklisted. Yeah, there you go. I didn't even know that happened, but like, this is pure speculation, but that is quite literally the reason why it happens. It's insane. One time you said the word penis in your commentary, and we've decided that is completely unacceptable. This is a grave This was a grave error that we made in working with you, controversial man. Japanese IP holders would shoot themselves in the foot than rather work with someone who may have had a non-licensed product of theirs. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Didn't your initial post that got you invited mention the JCP? I think the reason why I got disinvited, if I were to speculate, I think the mention of JCP was the reason why I'm now persona non grata. Because in Japan, you're not supposed to talk about your political affiliations. In Japanese culture, you're never supposed to talk about like who you vote for, from what I understand. And even if you literally are like a JCP voter, even if you are personally like a Japanese Communist Party voter, and someone brings that up, it's like, whoa, you're done. You're cut. You're never again. Yeah, Japan is gamers' paradise for that reason, because everyone is apolitical.